It's your girl Ash, listening to my channel. What's up? Today I decided I wanted to film a drive with me to work kind of thing, because why not? You know, let's chill, keep me company, because girl, right now I turned on my GPS and it's telling me it's going to take me an hour and 20 minutes to get to work. This is a drive that should be like 35 minutes or so without traffic. It's going to take me an hour and 20 minutes. Earlier it said an hour and 25, but there's just so much traffic everywhere. It's so annoying. Oh my god, a train is gonna pass right now. I'm telling you, every single time when you like want to get to work, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a rush, but whenever there's something going on, everything is in the way. You get all the red lights, you get all the trains that possibly need to be passing through. I'm just a little annoyed, to be honest, because it's Tuesday. Yesterday I worked from home and oh, the lights are not working, so I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I did something illegal and I have it on camera. I love that for me. The lights are not working and there's a whole train of people, so it wasn't a train, it was the lights are not working, so I have to find a different way. But what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying, y'all. I have been making the drive to my job, the one I currently have, for almost 2 years now. In March it'll be 2 years. But prior to that, I did work at a salon in that area for about 3 years, I think. So I'm used to the drive, but at the same time, I just feel like it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. There was a time when I kept going into work at 8 a.m. So the drive at that time wasn't bad because school's not in, you know, when I have to leave. And most people are not out and about. But when you have the 9 to 5, you get all the traffic. All the traffic of school, all the traffic of everybody going to work. It is frustrating and annoying. But thankfully I have you guys to keep me entertained. Obviously I'm not gonna vlog the whole thing because that would be a whole hour and like probably 30 minutes. My GPS always says an hour and 20 or so, or like something that says an hour, but it actually ends up taking longer than that. So obviously I'm not gonna vlog it all. Originally I do take the 105, and I can't remember if it's east or west, but I take the 105 to the 405, or sometimes I'll take the streets, or like right now it's telling me to take the streets, but then I'm gonna get the, oh wait, did I change my GPS to be all streets? Ah! It's because even though like I've been driving to my job for so long, I still like to use my GPS because of traffic, you know. But I just realized that I think I put it, no, it doesn't say avoid freeway. I guess there must have been a huge accident or something going on, but I can't, it's telling me just to take all the streets. So I guess today we're taking the streets. that's what we're gonna do today. It's gonna take me so long. I just wish I was still, well, there's always pros and cons. Because do I like my 9 to 5? Yes, because I'm able to go to the gym, and that's why I'm limited as to how long I can be at the gym, because I need to go home, I need to get ready, I need to leave, because you know the freaking drive is so long. So I do enjoy my 9 to 5 in that sense, because if I'm 8 to 4, I don't have any really time in the morning to do anything. I have to like get up, get ready, go to work, and then in the afternoon the gym is really packed, so I prefer to go to the gym first thing in the morning as soon as they open at 5 a.m. than anything else. So I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back once we get a little further. We have 17 miles and it's gonna be 8 o'clock now. You're probably wondering, like, why in the world are you driving so far to work? First of all, I have the camera, I'm recording from my phone, so I know it's gonna be a little like messy, but I wanted to show you because, long story short, I went to cosmetology school when I was younger, and I've been on and off in the beauty world, okay? And then when I came back from Washington State, I decided I wanted to work in a salon, and I wanted to work at a salon that is respected, because in the area that I live, like, people were paying $5 for haircuts, you know, $10 max, And I knew that the beauty industry is worth a lot more than that. So I didn't want to work around my area. I wanted to work somewhere that is good, that they pay well, that the beauty is respected. So of course I looked at Beverly Hills. So Beverly Hills for me without traffic is about 30 minutes or so, but with traffic, and there's traffic everywhere here in LA, it makes it really a long thing. But I wanted to show you that what I find interesting, especially when I have to drive through the streets, is the fact that how different everything looks. So I enjoy going through this and realizing that my reality of where I live and the reality of where I work is very different. So when I'm off of work, I'm literally off, which is nice. I don't have to like, I don't live around the area where I work, so there's like a huge difference. I don't feel like uptight or anything like that when I'm off. So yeah, you'll see the difference. So right now I don't even know where I'm at, to be honest with you, because this is actually midway away from my house or so. But I have passed through here before, so this is, I don't know, I can't tell you. If you're from LA, you might recognize this area. I just follow my GPS at all times, really. But yeah, this is still like, you know, the hood, you can say. And then later on, it gets nicer and nicer the closer we get to Beverly Hills, which is funny and interesting. One time I had to drive down, well, not one time. I have driven down San Vicente, I think it's San Vicente the street, many times. If you drive in San Vicente Street and you take the right lane, please don't. Because usually there's not a lot of cars there and people are just like, you know, they like to drive on that one because it's not busy. But that lane has the worst road ever. San Vicente overall has really bad roads, but the right lane, it is the worst ever. Literally the worst ever. I got a flat tire in one of those because I was driving and there's a lot of like bumps and cracks and holes and stuff. So yeah, definitely watch out if you're around that area having to drive. But yeah, so I'm taking all the streets right now. As you can see, it's just like there's no place to really just go. You turn left, there's traffic. You turn right, there's traffic. But it is all Gucci. I just realized that I've been driving for 35 minutes now and I'm barely passing an area that I'm familiar is still close to home. It's making me get in the freeway but then get off really quickly. So I can't believe that I've been driving for 30 minutes and not even halfway to work. That is ridiculous, because I guess that's how bad traffic is today. Wow, I just haven't experienced traffic like this in so long, because like I said, my my schedule changed a little bit, and then with the holidays and all, you're kind of like, you know, there's less traffic during the holidays. But now everybody's like full effect doing their thing. So I'm trying to figure out what time do I need to be going, like leaving home to get to work early. The reason why I'm also like annoyed is because I have to, I have to like where I park, I have a monthly parking thing, and they get pretty like full easily, and it's hard to find parking sometimes when you're late. So I'm already thinking, a ver si encuentro parking. I mean, I am, but some people park like, you know, a-holes, and sometimes they're like really tight, and that's how I got my car scratched, because other people are not considerate like me. Anyways, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe there's so much traffic. From here, I want me to get off. I don't know, it's hard for me to try to record with my phone like what I'm seeing here, but I'll show you. It's telling me to get off on Hoover now, but then earlier it said Vermont, so it's like, make up your mind, sir, make up your mind. But let me record for you guys. This is the 10, so I'm going on the 10 West Santa Monica. Sometimes I do take like this freeway and then I do exit a certain street. I can't remember which ones, but oh my gosh, just sorry, I'm just like blown away. I haven't dealt with this like type of traffic in so long. My mom doesn't work today, which is nice, because that means Ronaldo's not really by himself at home. I do have the ring, so I'm able to keep eye on him and see what he's doing, and I just love him so much. I feel like I'm the one that has separation anxiety, but so does he. We both have it. So there's that. yesterday I had a freaking nail in my tire. I don't even know when I got it, where I got it, or anything, but I feel like I'm constantly getting some. Like, I feel like someone's purposely leaving nails, you know, on my road so that I can get a flat tire. But my coworker actually texted, because we have a group chat with the manager on it, and I texted saying like, hey, I'm gonna be late. She also texted saying, I'm gonna be late, I have a flat tire. I'm like, oh my gosh, so both people that go in at 9 are gonna be late. So the 8 a.m. person is on their own until we get there. I am on Pico now. I've been driving for like 45 minutes now, and I still have about 30 minutes or so to go. I made a whole video about the call pack lunch bag that I bought. I know it was pretty expensive. It was $42 for the water bag and then $42 for the lunch bag. And I know it's pretty expensive, but it's super cute, super bougie. Oh, I love when I'm stuck in situations like this. Thank you so much, Mustang. You slowed down and you knew what was gonna happen. The car behind me. Anyways, the lunch bag is so good. I made the first impressions video, and that same day I took it to work, because I actually filmed that video right before going to work. And when I got to work, I had an unexpected meeting, and I didn't even get a chance to put my food away. And I got to work around 9ish, and then I went back into the office after my meeting like around 10ish, 11, around there, and the food was still cold. Like, look, it fit all this stuff in there. And I bought so many avocados, because I love avocados and they're part of my meal prep right now. And they were all about to be ripe, so I put them in the freezer because I think that would help. So we'll see. This is defrosting now, so it looks really funny. But I feel like I haven't told you guys actually what I do. A lot of you guys actually message me like, what do you do? Like, I know you used to work in the beauty industry, but like, what do you do now? So now I am a executive assistant for a primary care doctor. So the primary care doctor, she is a internist as well as a endocrinologist. So I'm just responsible for making sure that the office has supplies, like for office stuff as well as for clinic stuff. But I also help coordinate patient care. I don't see the patients, obviously. I mean, I can room them, but like, I'm not the one to like take out blood and give vitals and stuff like that. But it is very different from what I did before. Like, it's nerve-wracking actually, and it's crazy. We are about like 20 minutes away from work, and you can already see the difference between the neighborhoods. Like, look at how nice, the beautiful trees, the casitas are bigger, people walking their dogs. Definitely a different vibe out here. But it's all good. I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know where I want to live. I actually had this conversation with a couple friends a couple of times. Like, I'll ask them, like, do you have an idea of like where you want to live? Like, I don't know. I always thought before I moved to Washington that like I can never see myself living anywhere else in LA or, you know, California, because that's what I'm used to. But there's possibilities. I loved Washington State. It was really beautiful. It was so peaceful. It's in the area where I was at was the perfect hometown to raise a family. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. All I know is I'm trying to focus on my bag this year. That is what I'm focusing on, okay? I have to pee so bad, and that's why I don't even drink water while I'm driving, because all the traffic and I have to pee. All I had was, well, I drank 32 ounces of water before going to the gym. I know you're probably like, what? That's a lot. I drank just like clear water, and then I did about maybe 16 ounces or so for my pre-workout. So that's why. And I took a couple sips while I was in the gym, but yeah, I have to pee. I'm like 10 minutes away from work now, but look at the difference. Look at the buildings. Downtown LA can never. Downtown LA can never. All these buildings, you know, they are nice right now. You know, there's no graffiti, there's no, you know, I would say pollution. There's no trash and stuff. Like, it looks nice out here. There was something I was gonna say and I can't remember. A lot of these buildings are actually medical stuff too. It's crazy. I didn't realize that until now that I work at a doctor's office, and we don't accept insurance, so we're kind of like always referring patients to other providers who can be, you know, see patients sooner, because they don't accept insurance. Usually they can. And a lot of these places, what they are is that, you know, there's a lot of different suites in those buildings, and it's like you can find doctors' offices, you can find Botox, you can find salons, you can find a bunch of different things. It's pretty crazy. Never really thought about it. Like, that's a bougie ass LA Fitness. I don't even know if my camera's gonna see it, but look at that outside LA Fitness, looking nice. Look at that CVS looking all nice too. I don't even look. CVS. This is Wilshire, by the way. You got the LA Fitness over there in that corner, looking nice. Even though I'm like 10 minutes, I was actually less than 10 minutes away now, but for whatever reason, they have the right lane closed. It's creating all this traffic. So annoying. But I wish I would have jammed with you guys, because it would have been so much fun. You know, Bad Bunny, we got Miley Cyrus, we got Shakira. We could have, you know, danced and singed, but, you know, copyright is real. Kills the vibe. But talking about it, Shakira. I remember I used to like do the hips don't lie move when I was little. It was so funny. But anyways, Shakira and Miley. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this song is so catchy, so good. Loving it. Loving it. It is crazy, the whole Shakira and Piqué situation. Wait, is my lane close too? Yeah, eventually. This is so annoying. Why? And you know what's worse too is, like, y'all obviously see that this is gonna create lots of traffic at this time. Why not announce it way further out over there? Or why not have one of those police traffic situations? Because obviously this traffic is unreal. Can't believe I'm not even far away from work, but it seems like an eternity from now on. Should I ask to get, like, you know, 10 to 6 instead of 9 to 5? I don't know, because they want me 9 to 5. But I'm thinking maybe just 10 to 6 would be better. I don't know what I get. Maybe I'll probably get still the same traffic, but at least I'll have enough time to get to work and not be late. And then by 6, there's a little bit less traffic than the 5. I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, what a long drive. But you know, once you have music and stuff, like, it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Now I do not like cheaters, so happy for Shakira, happy for Miley with their song. It's so catchy. But I know that the whole Miley song is kind of like the Bruno Mars song. And I love that Bruno Mars song. But it's just, she's so good, because it's true. I can buy myself flowers. I can hold my own hand. You see people like that. Why are you in the middle of the street just like that? Now let's even see if I can get parking. Can I find parking? That is the true question. We have valet, so all of this in the front is valet. And then they know me. Our doctor's so sweet, like, she'll buy them, you know, lunch and stuff, and, you know, she just wants to make sure everybody's taken care of. But let me see if I find where to park. But I already found parking. I used to park over here a while back, but it's been a minute, and I have my parking right here. Got him. Well, thank you guys so much for being part of this and for coming along with me to work. I am late by like 31 minutes. Love that for me. But yeah, thank you so much for coming with me. You're more than welcome to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. I know this is kind of like a random video, but there will be a makeup tutorial next, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.